Evening, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, and Grand Pedo Vic. As you can see, it's flipped around. I got this beast to fire up. Imagine that. It's only took a day and a half, but wanted to give y'all another little video here. I did mess around back in there in some old stock. Let me get it down there where you can see it. Look at there, alpha gauge. That's just one gauge out of the four. It goes in the cluster. Get it back up here. It sets up in here in a dash component pod, about right in there, which tells you what all I got to build. This whole unit comes through here, turns, flattens out about right there where my hand's at. Your radio and everything mounts in it. Curves around. You got a lot of other buttons and switches in the console. Comes up to a flat deck and goes over. But I actually had a partial alpha harness. Look at that. Look at that. That I can make a little bit of something work with. I'm going to have to get another one. This is only one. But you see, let's get in here. Let's get all up in there. See that? No, you can't see that. There you can. You're looking right at it. You just don't see it. Let me get you some better light. Right here. Looky there. There you go. That's the back side of the stock bulkhead connector that runs all the instrumentation. Comes out of here, goes over, goes up, goes over here into the ECM. Now, you got to be careful. Let me get you flipped around here. You got to be careful when you're doing stuff like this, because some of these ECMs will pin out and switch ground. Others will switch power, and then you got others that'll switch both. So what I got to do is get the wiring diagram and the schematic for the alpha, which I used to have, and then the standard 6.5 version. You got to know the pin outs in the connectors, know where they are, what the J1P1s are on the outputs and the inputs, and then change that over between the connectors. This is going to take a minute or 14. But, you know, after you mess around enough and you do your best version of Sparky the Sparktrician, you're going to make a little something happen. Good or bad, it'll happen. But we'll flip you back around here. That nightmare is going to be unnightmared. This is going to take me, it's going to take a while. I'll probably have this truck a few months to make it happen. But I got to go ahead to do it. Just do it. Get it done. Build it. Make it right. I'll get back in under and do more suspension work. And where it was at, it was just abused pretty bad. But it's still a nice truck. I got a lot of paint work I'm gonna have to save on. I don't know what somebody done to this hood, but this thing, when I gave him this truck years ago, every bit of this paint was slick as glass, just like that. Let me see if I can get a light. There we go. Well, that don't even really help much for you because it's dirty too. But this paint was slick. Hear me? I mean, it was slick. Well, you can still kind of see how, yeah. But over here, it's foggy, and the hood, they destroyed it. But, you know, being all how it is what it is, and I absolutely love these trucks. Yeah, I've got a thing or one or everything on one of them myself. I can't let this thing just go and just be in the shape it's in. But you can bet when it leaves here, it's gonna be right as rain. I'm gonna take care of it. Put the fixing on it. Got the magic wrench. If I didn't loan it out again, I've got one. But I just want to give y'all a little update and let you know, hey, yeah, I brought it. She's breathing fire, making smoke. Flipped her around. While I had it out, you might have seen a little earlier there. Somebody snuck in here with my little red car, but a little smoke in there. But that's a little thing that the shops have got going on. Everybody's doing a little burnout in the shop, and I figured, well, it must be my turn, so let me see if I can get a little something done. But y'all have a wonderful evening, and I'm going to get back at this thing if I don't do something else. So I'll holler at you later. Have fun.